Hey guys, I'm just kind of doing an update right now. I'm gonna try and make it short because I'm looking at my videos and everything. I noticed they're super long and it's kind of ridiculous on how long they are. So, um, I'm gonna be trying to shorten them up. And one way I'm gonna be able to fix that is the fact that I'm gonna be getting my laptop soon. So now that I'll be getting a computer, I'll be able to edit my videos a little bit and hopefully maybe even use a webcam on there. I'm pretty sure it'll be better than using my phone. Um, or I'll just get a camera or something. I don't know. Now that I have a job, I can get more things and everything. Though I am gonna keep everything at a low cost. Of course, I want to try and keep my projects individually under 20 bucks. So and what I mean by individually, like maybe I'll end up spending $20 on a full sheet of or a full package of EVA foam, but just the project itself, the total material that I use is kind of what I mean. Yeah, I'm also gonna be doing uh, a Stormtrooper helmet soon, not the New Order one, but the original Imperial Stormtrooper. I have it at the house right now. Unfortunately, I'm not at my house since I am recuperating. My dad is off in New York. I am having to spend the next few weeks over at my dad's coworkers, friends' place and such. So, and it's kind of been getting to me because I haven't been able to make anything. But a friend of mine is supposed to be visiting me soon. I don't know when, but at some point, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But I'm gonna have them bring me a cheap hot glue gun and some hot glue, and I'm gonna be trying to make a better arc reactor than the ones I already have. I don't have any videos up of them because they really suck. One of them is literally just a tap light with the bottom of a Gatorade a bottle glued on top of it with um, a wire wrapped around it, and then like a thing of mesh on the inside. It's really crappy. So I'm gonna give them some money and have them go out, and I have a list of things that I need for that. I've also been drinking, not the best thing because I have a broken bone, but I've been drinking quite a bit of soda, so I have a lot of soda cans and water bottles. I have a lot of water bottles. It's unbelievable. And also, the guy taking care of me just got a backpack, which came in 2 boxes for some reason. So I'll also have a little bit of cardboard. So I'll be able to make some things, but they're going to be small projects, nothing too big. Um, which is nice though, because then at least that just involves a lot more people. So but yeah, it's back to the Imperial Stormtrooper helmet. I kind of just wanted to. I don't have any editing software at all, especially on my phone. So I'm not gonna be able to like crop in a picture or whatever. But um, actually, you know what? I might be able to just record my screen and go to there or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But um, the entire thing, except for the helmet, like the top piece, is made out of cardboard. So, and here's the reason why I've been using cardboard more often than I said I would be with the EVA foam is because I've kind of noticed that I thought EVA foam was just going to be another general medium, and it is, but it isn't. It can get very specific as to what you can use it for because it is very elastic. Um, you if you make an entire helmet out of EVA foam and it has a lot of complex pieces, and like a lot of the pieces you have to round the foam, if it's gonna want to flex out. Even if you heat form it, um, and you have a really small rounded piece, it's gonna want to flex out. And since the glue bonds directly with the foam, whereas cardboard is just it's just stuck in the glue in a sense, it's reversed with foam. You know, you have the air pockets and everything. You have the glue stuck in the foam instead, which means that the seam is super strong, but right next to the seam is where it's weakest. So if I were to make a Stormtrooper helmet completely out of foam, there would need to be a lot of inside supports and everything, which can get confusing and really space consuming. Where because you have a lot of space inside the helmet. Don't get me wrong. Also, I made this one like to scale, whereas my other helmets they were all sized to my head, which is not good. Uh, my Stormtrooper one, I believe, is about as accurate as I could get as far as size wise. Now, probably a slight a bit bigger, slight a bit smaller, and I know it's not complete. It's definitely not think of the word right now. But like some pieces are bigger compared to others. I can't think of the word right now. I'm having a complete brain fart, but I'm sure people will be so wonderfully kind to me to correct me in the comments. But whatever. Like it seems like to me the tubes are sit a little bit too or not too high, but they're just slightly bigger than they should be. And that's really easily fixed. You just cut off a little bit more material when you put it down. But the way that you make the tubes are so intricate that it'll take you forever to size them down to the, and it's so minuscule to the point where you can notice it, but it's not bad enough to where I want to fix it. Um, but yeah, so the top piece I used the bicycle helmet, and I know the original Stormtrooper top piece is much more flat than a bicycle helmet, but it's close enough to the point where it's better than the other helmets that I've made, like the top pieces. So, um, but yeah, so I just did that, and then the rest of it is just cardboard. Now, obviously, cardboard isn't as pretty, but one, it's a lot more universal. Two, it's very easy to cover up. I mean, if you have anything. Like you could use wall filler over it, and you'll get rid of the cardboard-esque look. You could use paper mache. Now, I personally do not like paper mache because it gives it a very a papery look. It doesn't look hard, and it just looks like you can rip it apart with a finger. Best case scenario is using like wall filler or fiberglassing it if you have the money. Um, which I'm gonna end up doing that hopefully. And also, I did all of this by hand. And now this is not me bragging, but it's me apologizing, I guess. Since the entire thing is handmade just from some reference photos, it's not um like it's not symmetric, and some pieces are going to be a little bit shorter. Even the same piece, even if you try bending it in half, the problem with bending it in half is you have about a millimeter of space in between that, because whenever you bend it in half, it's not like paper where you virtually just completely fold it in half. With cardboard, if you try and fold it in half, you have about that half a millimeter of fold that you have to take into account. Usually it's not that big of a deal if it's like a really big piece, but if it's a small piece, you kind of have to take that into retrospect. I'm hitting up on 10 minutes here soon, so I'm going to cut it off. But the Stormtrooper helmet is about as good as I can get it. There are a few things that I do want to add to it, like I need toothpaste caps for the little mic tips on the sides. I don't have any of those yet, and I don't really have anything else that would really um, replace that. Now, if it was a clone helmet, which I'm going to be making soon, and I know a lot of people are going to kill me because, the prequels suck, but I personally am a big fan of the third movie. I think the third movie was pretty good. Not the best movie, but it was a pretty good movie, and I like the clone helmets because it's I don't know. I just enjoy the Phase 2 clone helmets because you can definitely see where the Stormtrooper came from, but at the same time it's still its own helmet, which is nice. But regardless, what I wanted to get at is the mic tips on the clone helmets. They're more closely like the tips of a water bottle. I could use that because they're much more thicker. Whereas the ones on the Stormtroopers are a little bit more tall in a sense. So I gotta wait for those. So I don't have the mic tips in yet. Um, Also the black chin piece, it's there, but I don't have like the rigid area under yet. And the eyes don't bulge out just yet. I still need to add a little bit of depth, but other than that, it's pretty much done. I also have well, I did have foam on the inside. You just kind of use packaging foam, like the really, really squishy stuff on the inside. And if you want, you can even make it a little heavy, so then, um, it can flex. And the main reason why I made it to scales instead of to my head, because making it to your head size is so much easier. But one, it'll make it to where more people can fit it, which means that if you want to make helmets for other people, you don't just need to have them there. You can just make all of them, and then one size fits most. And then you can add the padding according to their head size. And that's the thing. If you make one that's directly made for your head, nobody else is really going to be able to fit it. Now, if you make one in general and then put the padding in to fit your head, still nobody else is going to be able to fit it besides people with your head size. But at least you can make another one with the same size and everything. You can just, you can even cast it if you want. And I'll um, go around with casting. I'm sure there's videos on YouTube already about casting. But if I can figure one out and you guys just kind of want to stick to my videos, I don't know why, but if anyone is doing that, then I'll post a video. And casting is really nice because that way, it will be all one uniform helmet rather than made out of pieces. It'll just be a lot stronger. Though I always would like to keep the prototype thing. But regardless, yeah. So, and I know this is kind of obvious, but now making them like big enough to where anyone else can fit it without padding, it's perfect. And also, it gives you room on the mask piece because then it's not really pressed up against your face, and you could add a microphone, you can add stuff on the inside to make it look useful, all that kind of jazz. I'm also gonna be getting, since I can't find, or I don't know how to make like the bubbled out uh, lenses. There we go. I could buy them, but you guys know how I feel about that one, and two, mine is to my own specific shapes and everything. It's not gonna work perfectly. So what I'm thinking about doing is, since the stunt ones have green lenses, I'm thinking about just taking like a Mountain Dew bottle or any kind of citrus soda bottle, layering the um, plastics so then it just keeps getting darker and it has a good thickness to it, and then just gluing it onto the inside. And yeah, I think that's about it. Just kind of sitting here, I'm kind of bored. So as soon as I get hot glue, I'll be able to make more things and everything. I'll come up with little projects. Most of these things aren't going to be very specific. Like, I'm probably going to do the whole arc reactor, and then after that, I'm probably just going to make random things with bottles and sodas and a little bit of cardboard over there. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for, like, really cheap stuff that I could probably find at, like, a BX or a Walmart, then do so, because I can't get up and move around really. I haven't been outside since the last time I got here, really, which is like a few days ago. But otherwise, I haven't like been out and about for like almost 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And it's getting to me, man.